Now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! 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 Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews, exclusively here as always on the Casa D18 Studios channel. I, of course, am your host, the Renegade JJ Williams, and we're going to kick off another triple feature today. First off, with a double feature of Grinchy goodness. We're going to take a look at the 1966 How the Grinch Stole Christmas, starring Boris Karloff, June Foray, Dallas McKinnon, and Thurl Ravenscroft. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me here once again for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews. As I said in the introduction, we're going to do another triple feature here today, and we're starting it off with a double feature of Grinchy goodness. We're going to talk about the 1966 original, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and then afterwards, at the top of the half hour, the 2018 Illumination retelling of the Grinch story. But first, let's get into the original classic. And as our movie opens, we meet the Grinch, a surly, asocial green creature with a heart that is 2 sizes too small. The Grinch lives alone in a cave atop Mount Crumpet, which is located just above the village of Whoville, with his dog, Max. Now, the Grinch especially hates Christmas, as he has dealt with and been annoyed by the town of Whoville's celebrations for 53 years. So, one Christmas Eve, he finally decides to attempt to stop Christmas Day from coming to Whoville by disguising himself as Santa Claus, Max as a reindeer, and in a reversal of Santa's visit, stealing all of the presents, decorations, and symbols of Christmas. Once loaded, the Grinch plans to dump all of the bags of stolen goods. He is only seen once by a Whovillian girl named Cindy Lou Who, but he goes otherwise undetected. As the Grinch reaches the summit of Mount Crumpet, ready to dispense of the bags, he discovers that the citizens of Whoville, despite the fact that they have no gifts and no decorations, have gathered in the middle of town to sing as Christmas Day dawns. Now realizing that Christmas means more than just material possessions, the Grinch's heart grows 3 sizes. So the Grinch dashes into action, first saving the sleigh and then returning the presents and other stolen belongings to the Whovillians. The Grinch then joins in the town's Christmas celebration and is given the honor of carving the roast beast, which he then gives Max the first slice of, as our movie comes to its end. What more can be said about this Dr. Seuss classic? I mean, for starters, you've got Boris Karloff, the original Mummy and the original Frankenstein monster, in the role of both narrator and the Grinch. Then on top of that, you've got the legendary June Foray as the voice of Cindy Lou Who. Then on top of that, you've got Thurl Ravenscroft as the man who sings You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. Now, some of you may not recognize the name Thurl Ravenscroft right off the gate, but if you've ever been to Disneyland or Disney World, the voice that sings Grim Grinning Ghosts in the Haunted Mansion is Thurl Ravenscroft. So if you've ever ridden that ride and have heard that song, that's the same man that sings You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. So you've got all these legendary things just stacked on top of each other. Plus, Chuck Jones animated and directed this. And he's responsible for a ton of the Looney Tunes things for Warner Brothers. So, again, just one more element on top of each other, just making this even more and more epic. And then you've got the story. And because of how endearing this is, it's really hard to get into any of the retellings of the Grinch because they are so stretched out to fill movie length time. And they give you all this backstory about why the Grinch is the way he is. I prefer not knowing all that stuff. I prefer thinking that the Grinch is just this curmudgeonly, old, ornery individual who hates Christmas, who then has his change of heart. But if you make him sympathetic, like they do in the Jim Carrey version, and to a lesser extent in the Illumination version, which we're going to discuss at the top of the half hour, then you lose all the greatness that is the Grinch character. Personally, that's how I feel. I'm curious to know your guys' thoughts about it. I know there's a whole slew of people out there that love both the Jim Carrey version and the Illumination version. But do you agree with me that by making the Grinch sympathetic, you kind of take away this whole aura of the Grinchiness behind the Grinch? Let me know in the comments. But when it comes to this iconic tale, I have to give it 5 stars out of 5. It is so good. It is so beloved. It is so revered. It's inescapable this time of year because with there being 3 versions of it, some channel, somewhere, at some time is going to have this on throughout the course of the season. And it's one that it doesn't matter when it comes on, it goes on my television, remote control goes down, and I watch it for that 30 minutes because it's great. 5 out of 5 stars for me for the original Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. What do you guys think? Let me know if you're watching the premiere. Leave your thoughts and comments over here. If you're watching on demand later in the day, leave your thoughts and comments down here. Let's have that conversation, that discussion, that debate, that interaction that I'm always asking you for in the comments below. And make sure you tune in at the top of the half hour, right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews, when, as I mentioned, we will be taking a look at the 2018 Illumination version of The Grinch, starring Benedict Cumberbatch, Cameron Seeley, Rashida Jones, Kenan Thompson, Angela Lansbury, Tristan O'Hare, and Pharrell Williams. And then following that, it is new release Saturday, and we'll be taking a look at the Netflix original film, Falling for Christmas, starring Lindsay Lohan, Cord Overstreet, George Young, Jack Wagner, Alejandra Flores, Olivia Perez, Sean J. Dillingham, and William Bus Riley. But oh no, it does not end there, because at 8 o'clock Pacific, 11 Eastern, right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, on the Jeff Meacham Network, and across the Jeff Meacham Network Multiverse of Media, we will be presenting once again Open Mic Night. Myself, James Hebert, Noah Foster, and whoever else decides to come through the doors of the club and step up to the microphone will be able to discuss the week's news in professional wrestling. Damn it! But I digress. You don't want to miss out on that. Right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, on the Jeff Meacham Network, across the Jeff Meacham Network Multiverse of Media, 2 more episodes of Renegades Reviews today, as well as Open Mic Night. So make sure you smash that like button, make sure you're subscribed, make sure that notification bell is turned on so you're alerted anytime a video drops right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel or anytime we go live, as is the case with Open Mic Night, Stat Boy Sports Bar, pay-per-view PLE coverage, etc. Share these videos with your family, friends, loved ones, co-workers, movie fanatics, cinephiles, fans of Dr. Seuss, fans of the Grinch, fans of Boris Karloff, fans of June Foray, fans of Thurl Ravenscroft, anybody you can think of who would enjoy this video and my content, share it with them. It's the only way we're going to boost up my visibility in YouTube's algorithms so I can eventually get monetized, make some money on these videos. Thank you once again to everybody who joined me and tuned in today. It means more to me than you'll ever know, and I will see you guys next time.